Hey, hi, this is Paul Slack. It's Good News Broadcast. In the background, we're getting ready to celebrate the 25th anniversary of SeniorNet. I'm here with Slava. Oh, wait, they're talking 30 courses about Huntington. They're going to be talking, Slava.
Well, he's talking already.
Everybody's talking about Huntington.
it, right?
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. We have 30 courses, as he mentioned, in Huntington. We have another 8 right now in the Yaphank Annex, which is growing by leaps and bounds. We have about 140 volunteers who are working in both locations. We have a very big development office. And we do fundraising. We do actually funding mostly. We do road runners. You know where the road runners are? We have a group of volunteers who go out to all kinds of expos to recruit volunteers and recruit seniors for our courses. We have a newsletter. We have a publicity, public relation, and we are very fortunate to have the support of our elected officials, especially our elected officials. We have 16th District Legislator Lou D'Amaro and 18th District Legislator John Cooper, 9th District Assemblyman Andrew Rea. We have 3rd District Legislator Kate Browning, and especially the town of Huntington really support us with a $10,000 grant every year, which allows us to...
Yay! This is marvelous. Yes. Now, this is the SeniorNet Learning Center in Huntington, Long Island. And how long has it been there?
It's from 1999, and I'm one of the founding members. I started with a group of about 30 volunteers. We are down now to about 5 founding members. All the others, but we have a lot of new, very good volunteers.
Give me an example of did somebody actually get some work after they learned how to use a computer from your facility?
Yes, they keep coming back and back and back for more courses. We start them. We instituted something very interesting, which is called CES, Computer Essential for Seniors. It's a basics of 5 classes: typing, Computer 1, Computer 2, Computer 3, and then file management and Internet. And then they get a certificate which has been recognized at the annual meeting, and they also get a free class after this. And people come in for computer and art, music and computer, advanced internet. We have a 21st century job skills for people who want to go back into the workforce and people who want to stay in the workforce. We do 3 classes for the town of Huntington employees. And we started a new project now called Mobile Learning Center, where we refurbished 18 laptop computers donated to us by Friends Academy in Long Island, in Locust Valley. And one of our volunteers had refurbished them, and we take them on the road. And we are going to present now this learning center at the town of Huntington for the seniors there, so they don't, the ones who are not able to come to our office or they don't want to come. It gives them a taste of what our courses are all about, and then they come back to our classes.
Oh my God. Now I've just decided that I have to, our company, Good News, has to collaborate with you and create Good News Long Island.
That would be great.
With all your people involved, and let's make something happen.
Well, absolutely. And I would also like you to meet our Barbara Page, who is the chairwoman of Family Service League, our site sponsor. Family Service League is the largest human service agency on Long Island. It served over 50,000 people a year, and it has programs from infants all the way to seniors.
Beautiful. Let's bring her over.
Yeah. Barbara? Barbara?
Okay, wow, you know, I didn't know all this. I know Slava is, since I'm on the board of SeniorNet, and I've been on the board for about 10 years, and I've truly enjoyed it very much because it's helping seniors learn how to use computers, and boomers. We're starting BoomerNet too. I'll just let that out here. Barbara, tell us, I hear your organization, Chairman of the Board, Family Service League, there it is.
From Long Island.
And is the home for SeniorNet, is that right?
We're the
Thank you for doing that.
Oh, you're welcome, and it's been our pleasure. We're so proud to sponsor SeniorNet. They've been a wonderful addition to our list of programs that we can provide. And we're just so thrilled for the work they do with seniors, providing them with training and a community to belong to, and even helping homebound people now. So we're thrilled to be here today. Thank you.
Tell us a little bit about your organization. Slava already mentions good stuff. You
Yes.
know, you're really helping a lot. And
Well, we've been around for 85 years.
Only.
We help, yes, it's our anniversary year. We help 50,000 people a year.
Join us, but we'll send him an invitation for the
To our
December.
gala in
I'll
December.
broadcast it. All right. I'm a Long Island-ish guy.
Oh, good,
I got a place
good.
in Montauk, and my daughter's in Roslyn. And
Perfect, you
I
have to
gotta-
come.
Yeah, we're in New York. We're New Yorkers.
Okay, well, we help about 50,000 people a year with 50 programs, everything from preschool training. We have hundreds of children in preschool, so we can get them ready for public schools and bring their parents and families in and help them with whatever they need, so the families are successful through the school years. And then we provide assistance to help people who are getting back into life after incarceration, being homeless, having drug and alcohol problems and mental illness. And we have wonderful outcomes. We're really turning people's lives around and being very successful at it and growing in that respect, not just helping but producing great results.
This is great information. You know what's so unique about the SeniorNet, and over the years, 25 years, that where the SeniorNet establishments are, whether they're a library, community centers, and so on, it's a diverse. You know, we're hearing like drums now, right? Because we have learning centers on the reservations in the Badlands in South Dakota, and we'll have some representation there. SeniorNet's very vast. I'm on the board. That's why I've really, you know, I'm a believer, because so many people have benefited. And I think there's a whole new initiative, we're going to hear about it tonight, about getting seniors back to work and, you know, making a buck. It doesn't, because those IRAs are like a boom, and this is a boom. So, you know, nothing wrong with still working.
And being out in the world, it's good for
Yes.
your self-esteem, and you have friends there and feel like you're part of everyone, the same life that everyone else has. So that's a wonderful thing.
Well, I know we made a video in relationships, marriages, all kinds of things have occurred in SeniorNet from SeniorNet experiences.
Yes.
Because if you're home and you're home alone, you know, it's like the movie, right?
Right.
You're just home
Nothing
alone,
happens.
and nothing happens unless some nut comes in
Right.
or whatever. So come out and dance and have fun. This had some, what was the Road Runners, you were saying. You know, it's all good. So
And
it's
you're a
marvelous thing.
wonderful
So
community,
Bill,
too. I think
hi Bill.
obvious.
Okay, we got him in the camera here.
And
Okay,
I'm
Bill,
not taking pic- don't take pictures
that's
with
Slava.
me
She's
next
an
to
organizer. Balbusta, we call her in Yiddish. Okay,
don't make
Bill,
me
tell us.
Don't take a picture of me next to Bill, because I always look like
Slava, you know, you got good shit. You know, you got chutzpah. All right, it's good. All right, Bill, tell us how you're the co-coordinator.
I'm the co-coordinator with Slava on Long Island.
All right,
And
she must work you.
well, she does. She's a hard taskmaster. But just piggybacking on one of the things you said, recognizing the need for seniors, the desire for seniors to get back into the job market, we introduced a program last year, a special course called 21st Century Job Skills. And it's training in applications, but it's also helping seniors write resumes that are going to make sense and cover letters, and that's been very successful and well received. So we recognize that need also.
Beautiful, beautiful. How'd you get involved, Bill?
I met a guy in the gym. I'd retired, and we just started talking. And he said, "Oh, this is SeniorNet," and I said, "Well, I know computers. I'll give it a shot."
Are you a former IBMer?
No. My background's publishing.
Oh,
So,
okay. Publishing.
Yeah.
So I think they're like publishing books, and they're, somebody said that they're taking all the books and they're putting them on the computer. There's some weird stuff going on.
I read about that. I think I've heard something like that.
You know, I don't know. So my mother was a librarian, and so to me that computer thing is like one big library.
Well, actually, on the train coming down today, as I walked back to the snack bar in our car, everybody was reading. Half of them with ink on paper, half of them with e-readers, either Kindles or iPads. So, I mean, it's clearly changing the way that people are.
I'm one of the last
Getting
people on my
information.
street in Manhattan that has a newspaper, and I think I'm going to be giving it up as well, and go to a, you know, some kind of a notebook, netbook, or tablet to download the paper. You know, it just always had worked out for me because I needed to rip it up. I work the paper in my business, but I can do the same. I think I can cut and paste, right?
Oh, sure.
I can cut and paste, take that, and then I got it, and I always end up losing the paper anyway. You know, those,
right.
You rip out this column and this one. This one I probably could put it in a file. It is easier.
Well, I'm in publishing. Ink on paper is still dear to my heart, and I still get the Times every day also. But if you look at what the potential is, say with, I'm not going to speak the Kindle, but the iPad, magazines developed for the iPad where they'll integrate video, it really is going to be, I think, a very rich experience for people. So we're developing a series of workshops, one for smartphones, one for e-readers, one for Skype and internet webcams.
Oh my God, fantastic. So Bill, thank you for being a co-founder.
Thanks.
Thank you.
I'm not co-coordinator, not co-founder.
Oh,
Can't take credit for that.
But thank you. Thank you. I'm here with Donald Rogers. Hi, Donald. Chief Donald Rogers.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Chief of the Catawba Indian Nation in South Carolina.
All righty. And the SeniorNet volunteers, SeniorNet, how are you connected?
Well, we have an achievement center that SeniorNet put on our reservation in our government office complex about 2.5 years ago now. And we're really pleased. IBM stepped up to the plate and donated 11 computers and Microsoft, of course, donated all the software and everything for it, so that we could teach our seniors. Today seniors aren't sitting in rocking chairs anymore. They're living longer and doing more things, and so we're able to teach them how to communicate with their children other than a telephone, so they can get up-to-date pictures and things, and how to. Some seniors they're continuing to work. And so our programs also teach them how to job search and create resumes and applications, and just doing phenomenal work with them. Also teaching them creative things, how to do picture albums and things like that through the computer program. So just loving what they're able to do there.
Now I know we were in I think it was North Dakota, South Dakota in the Badlands where they opened up. Do you guys communicate as Indian tribes together as well? Some.
We get some information in different programs that may pop our way, how they're doing things with their seniors. We may get some information from them, because if we don't communicate with others, we just, do what we do. And sometimes somebody does have a better idea, and so it's good to communicate that. And so we enjoy that.
Communications.
It is.
That's the beauty of communication.
It is. How could we know what a different color is if we never see it?
Beautiful.
So it's a good thing.
All right. Thank you very much, Chief.
Yes, sir. You're very welcome.
Appreciate it.
All right. You're welcome. Thank you.
Hi, Paul Slackus, Good News Broadcast. I'm with Susan Mazui. Hi.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. And you're here representing AT&T at the SeniorNet event, and you also have a buddy with you here.
I do. I have Rosie, who's my service dog, and she's at the end of a very long day, but she seems to be holding out.
Okay. All right. Are you located here in the D.C. area?
I am.
All right. So Rosie didn't have to go too far.
No commuting. Not too much.
So tell us about your organization. Tell us how you're involved with the SeniorNet.
Well, AT&T has long had a commitment to accessibility and aging. We have had great relationships with organizations like SeniorNet, and fortunately have been the recipient of great wisdom from members of SeniorNet, and they've helped us look at our products and services and make sure that they're meeting the needs of people throughout their life stages. And we've been very fortunate to be able to offer products and services that are really designed to meet the needs of people as they age, without losing all the excitement and the neat features. And we know how critical it is today to have access to communications. It's not a nice thing anymore to have, it's a necessity.
We agree, by far. My question is, what kind of products are we talking about?
For example, we have two products from Pantech called the Ease and the Breeze. The Breeze is a simple flip phone, and what it does is it has, instead of icons, you have the option of words. Simple interface, says make a call, take a photo, things along those lines that don't take a lot of experience with new and gadgets and all that. Pretty self-explanatory, and it's something that's discoverable, so as you do that you can learn more and send texts and other things. And that's a simple flip phone with, and has speed dial keys, and it's very easy to work with.
And what's the phone called again?
That's called the Breeze.
Okay.
And the other thing that we have, one of the other things we have is the Ease, which, because we had so much popularity with the Breeze, it was one of the top 10 gifts under $100 that Oprah Winfrey had when it was introduced. And not just for seniors, but for everybody.
Yeah, I could use that. I need a lot of help.
But then people said, we want something that's like this, but allows easier texting. because texting now is becoming more critical. So many people today are heads of households as grandparents, which they didn't necessarily expect, and they want to make sure that they text their grandchildren and make sure that Facebook posts are all appropriate, and this enables that without having to be a techno geek.
You know, I think half of the country still doesn't know how to use the VHS, the video recorder.
That's true. I'm actually one of those people, unfortunately. But it shouldn't be hard. Technology is there to make life easier. And so we need to work with organizations like SeniorNet to understand how to make it easier. Because if you go to the 18 to 24-year-olds, they don't necessarily know that. It's a different experience. And we need to have that wisdom and that input.
I think what also is interesting is, to be frank, that when they also, if you have an 18-year-old or 20-year-old teach you something, they somehow, for whatever reason, they teach you in about 6 seconds and they expect you to know it.
Exactly.
And I know it takes me at least 10 seconds,
yeah,
or maybe 10 years. Why, you know, and I think SeniorNet has, you know, fellow retirees or more patient people.
Yeah, I think that's true. I think that what we forget is, in this generation of digital natives, that they've had thousands and thousands of hours of experience, and it might be on a video game, or it might be on a computer, it might be in a classroom. And so then we throw people who are older and say, you've seen people use a computer, you should know how to use it. You would never do that to a car. You would never say, oh, you see drivers all the time, here, get behind the wheel and drive. You have to have experience, you have to have training, and you have to have someone who speaks the same language. And some of that language is generational.
I agree with you. Well, is that the divide? Something. It's not the continental divide, but it's a divide.
It's a
digital divide. I think they actually call
it. It is, and it's not one that's something that can't be bridged. But you have to have guides who know the territory, and who are those? Those are seniors.
It's really fun, though, to keep up with it, because, you know, as you get older and you get some grandchildren and you have new generations growing, this is the way you're going to communicate with them, because that's the only way they're going to know how to communicate. You know, I mean, even though I've worked with the Postal Service for many years, the letter, actually, if you want to get something to somebody, you send them a letter now. This is a great idea, because they'll really read it, because they'll say, what is this?
It's unique enough now.
It's unique enough.
But if you need something quick, you want to have the option of email. And then information, social services information is often just posted online. There's information, you fill out job applications. A lot of people, because of the economy, are returning to work, or just because, you know, they want to work part-time after they retire. They say they want to do a little bit something different. Mm-hmm. They can have a great skill set, but if they can't get past the gatekeeper of the online application, they may not have that ability to show all the skills that they have. And so having the ability for lots of different training, in-depth training, whether it's fun or for work, whether it's word processing or email or putting pictures up online, you have to have those choices, and organizations like SeniorNet do that.
You know, also I will send a good, what they call a shout out. No, a big shout out for AT&T. Yeah, it's a great corporation. It always has been. I had, and the reason I know Leslie Smith, the chairman of this organization, is through multicultural marketing and advertising, yes, which Leslie oversaw. And I have had a multicultural advertising marketing company for years. And when I did the first European American research event, and I did it on Ellis Island, my main speaker was an AT&T and I can't, because it was long. I did that in the 80s, early 80s. I can't remember her name yet, but AT&T has been recognizing everybody and marketing everybody in an easy way that they can understand. Disability, in ethnicity, they are not trying to give mass to somebody can understand just a Spanish word.
Right. I think the relationships with communities, understanding the needs, bringing in people from those communities, having a diverse workforce, all those things have really led to AT&T being a leader in a lot of areas. And ease of use in terms of products, in terms of ones that are culturally sensitive, ones that really are relevant to people. You know, we can guess what somebody else wants, but that's only thing it is. And when you're planning for products and services and innovation, you really want to understand user needs. And you can get that from your employee base, and we have great employee resource groups. You can get it from the community. We have great relationships with the community. We can get it from guides for people who represent. We have an AT&T advisory panel on access and aging. It's experts in the field of disability, of technology and aging. And they come together and say, have you thought about, why don't you try this route, or don't go there? And the advice has been phenomenal for us, and it really has helped us become a better company, a more responsive company, and really support our citizenship and sustainability efforts. We were so pleased. We were approached by G3ICT, which is an international organization, because they wanted to do a white paper on our best practices. And so much of it really has to do with going to the people that you serve and getting advice and employing people who have diverse backgrounds and supporting that, because it just makes you a better company all around.
Yeah, you're better. You're on the. You're supposed to be an A because you're right at the head of the list.
That's what we hope to be.
Well, thank you. Last question. What's good news for you?
What's good news for me, I think just having organizations like SeniorNet here today, having people who really dedicate their lives to making sure that people are included throughout life and understand the value of experience and are great teachers to us. And that's great for me.
Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you. Hi, I'm Paul Sakis. I'm here with Kathy Greenlee, who's the Assistant Secretary of Aging. Is that right?
That's correct, I am.
So far, so good?
Thank you. Yes.
Congratulations. You've been selected some time ago by President Obama. And tell us the good news. Tell us some good things that are going on.
I think this is a wonderful time to be working in the field of aging. I've just finished my second year as Assistant Secretary for Aging. I'm here to help celebrate the 25th anniversary of the SeniorNet program, and it's one example of much innovation taking place right now in the field of aging and the aging services as we really prepare the nation and the seniors to come to help them remain independent, living good, healthy lives for as long as possible. So it's a great time to be doing this work.
Your background, how'd you get involved with aging?
I am a longtime employee of the state of Kansas. I'm a lawyer by training. I worked in state government in Kansas for 18 years. And many years ago, I identified my passion as advocacy, and I gravitated to the field of aging because in the field of aging at the national level, at the state level, at the local level, our statutory responsibilities to advocate, and that's what I enjoy doing. So that's why I gravitated.
Now, you're going to make an announcement, I think, here as well about getting seniors back to work.
I think we're doing a series of awards this afternoon to help support what SeniorNet is being able to focus on in terms of employment of seniors.
What do you think about, as a result of the realities of financial downturns, people that had IRAs thought they would retire with those IRAs or other financial vehicles, and they can't do it now?
You know, the longer I work in the field of aging, the less I am certain about what retirement means. I mean, in the whole field of aging, seniors want to be active and engaged in their communities and working in some way longer than we thought of earlier. Certainly there's a segment of the senior population, because of the economic downturn, where that's not a choice. I mean, they really must stay working in order to supplement their income. So we will have, either because of it's out of sheer pleasure and enjoyment, or really out of necessity, increasing numbers of older workers in this country in the next many years.
And SeniorNet's doing that. They're getting the seniors to know how to tweak their grandkids.
I believe I have seen computers in every single type of senior service setting, from seniors in senior centers to skilled nursing homes, where computers are involved, seniors are learning, and it's a very, I think 25 years ago, SeniorNet was quite visionary to focus on this, because those fruits are coming home right now in terms of what seniors know and where we're headed.
Great news. Last question. What's good news for you?
Good news for me, it's just the opportunity to be here, working in the Obama administration at a time that's very dynamic in the field of health and longevity and aging. I think there were many opportunities in the Affordable Care Act that was passed a year ago to help us help seniors remain healthy and living long lives in their communities, which is where they want to be.
Great. Thank you very much.
Thank you.